Hello, it's Randy Rathard again, and I am going to talk about setup, how you set the game up for your first game. So first of all, of course, you put the main board in the center of the table, take your resource tokens, the wood goes there, the grain there, the stone there, and the sand right there. And then what you do is you take the black pawn, place it at the bottom 3 for the basic game, or the next 3 up for the more advanced game. Then you'll want to take the initiative tokens here, shuffle these up, and place them face down here on the board. And then you want to take the starting player meeple and put that right there like so. And then each player takes a player board in their color, or not in their color, but a player board in the rest of the tokens in their color. These consist of 6 tower cards, which are 2 battlements, 2 gate towers, a chapel, and a bell tower, along with 16 cubes in their color, 15 small, 1 large. And then each player begins with 4 coins, 1 wood, 1 grain, and 1 stone token. And then you'll want to take one of your peasant cubes, and you get 1 starting in this first pew here in the bottom square. And then you want to take your purple start player, or not start player, but your purple clergy training marker, place it right off of these black, this training area, just place it right off next to it, like so. And then you'll want to take your large square cube and put it on the first portion of your defense tracker here. This first one represents 1, and no player can ever have less than 1 defense at all times. Next, you'll take the building cards and separate the building cards, or separate the starting cards from the rest of the building cards. You can see here it says starting card right on the bottom. Real quick, I'll tell you what comes in the game. Some really cool buildings here. You get a mortars guild, blacksmith, library, the cloister, bakery, tithe barn, the brewery, garden, barracks, monk's quarters, and a sheep farm. So you take these, you shuffle these cards up, and you'll deal 1 of these to each player. So this player got the sheep farm, you place it right here in the King's Abbey logo. That'll be your starting building. And also this player got the monk's quarters, which is their starting building card. If there's 4 players, you deal 1 to every player, take the rest of these starting cards, place them back in the box. Then you'll want to take a peasant cube immediately. In your starting building, you start with a peasant in the building. This represents a peasant that is working, or represents your building that has been activated with a peasant. You immediately get the special ability of your building right here by the right of the sun. And this one, the monk's quarters, you gain 1 extra die to be used the rest of the game. And so immediately the red player would take his other die and place it with the rest of his dice. Over here, the sheep farm. On the sheep farm, the special ability, place 1 cube per round, 5 max. 1 sheep equals 2 food or 2 prestige. Now, when this sheep farm, if you were to build it by buying a building card later in the game, these, or any building card rather, they don't automatically come with peasants. At the starting of the game, though, you get a peasant. And so the sheep farm, since this card is activated, when sheep farms are activated, you also place 2 more cubes at the bottom of this sheep farm underneath the black line, like such, like so, and this represents sheep now. Alright, now next you'll shuffle all the crusade cards, and you'll deal 1 crusade card to each player. Place the rest of these up here. Next, you will take the event cards, and you will separate out the Year of Plenties and the Disasters and the Viking cards. You'll shuffle all the Year of Plenties separately. You'll shuffle all the disaster cards separately, and then you will deal 2 disasters, 2 Year of Plenties randomly, and then 3 Viking cards. Shuffle these up, so you'll have 7 cards, and you'll place this up here on the event part of the game. Now you'll want to see who goes first, so each player will roll a die. In this here you can see whoever gets the lowest number gets to go first. So what happens is, since blue player gets to go first, they would take that blue die, put it up here on the initiative. They immediately take the start player meeple, put it on their board saying that they're the start player, and they will draw the first token from the top of the pile, which in this is a stone. So they would start with an extra stone in the game, and then each player places their pawns in player order, beginning on the number 5. So the start player is blue, so he would go on 5, and then you go clockwise around the table. Next player on 6. If there's 4 players playing, the next one would be 7, and the last player would place their pawn on the number 8. Alright, that is how you set up the game. The game is ready to be played. In the next video, we're going to go ahead and see how many phases I can get through in each of these videos. But each phase is, well, there's 12 phases in each round, and they're roll dice, draw event card, Abbey dice placement, purchase building cards, resource and initiative selection, move peasants, build, harvest, combat darkness, move darkness, collect income, collect crusade reward, and purchase new crusades. And then you reset. Sounds like a lot to do, but really some of these go super fast. Like roll the dice is super quick. Moving peasants, super quick. Collecting income, super quick. So, but it's great to keep these things, to keep the game flowing. You do each of these in order, and also in this card, obviously, some end game scoring there. So, game proceeds over 7 rounds. At the end of the 7th round, every player adds up their scores, and whoever has the most prestige wins the game. All right, well, there's a quick overview on how you set up the game. The next video will begin with phase 1 and round 1. Thanks for watching.